Let me say a special good morning to those of you listening to Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9 on the FM dial. Those of you viewing us via GBN TV, whether it's Channel 7, Channel 11, Channel 20, good morning to you. Welcome. Let me say good morning and also welcome to those of you via our social media platforms, whether you're viewing and you're listening via the Facebook page. Good morning to you. Or YouTube channels. Good morning to you. Also, those of you via GBN's webpage, gbn.gd. Good morning and welcome. I'm your host, GT. And of course, it's Friday. It's the 22nd day of November. Welcome once again. Let me say good morning to my guests this morning, and they all are part of the Grenada Girl Guides, the Girl Guides Association of Grenada. Hope I got that right. And with me this morning, I have the Chief Commissioner, that's Ms. Tamara Saver. I hope I'm getting the name right. Yeah. Good morning to you. And representing, of course, the different districts, if I could put it in that particular way, the districts we have from St. David, the St. David district, we have Aliana Gilbert, and also we have the St. Andrew district, we have Harmony Frank. Am I correct about that? Mm-hmm. Let me say good morning to all of you and welcome to the point this morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Welcome. Nice to have you this morning. Are you happy to be away from school today for the little spirit of the morning? You happy for that?
Oh, yes. To be honorable, yes.
Let me say welcome to the program this morning. And of course, we'll be talking about the Girl Guides Association of Grenada this morning. That will be our focal point of the discussion. Talking about the actual mission of the Girl Guides Association, what it's all about. So, sometimes for years, I myself always seen Girl Guides and, going to school as a youngster, you see the Girl Guides. You never really found out because as the name goes for itself, you're a guy, you're interested in Girl Guides. You understand? So, mission is to find out how it began and everything else. So we're going to fill in with all that information this morning. Let's get a bit of a background information, if you could share that with our listeners and viewers this morning about the Girl Guide Association of Grenada. How it started off, how it kicked off, how did that actually began in Grenada?
Thank you so much for allowing us to be here. And it is with great pleasure that we get to spend some time with you and the listening and viewing public of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Because the Girl Guides Association of Grenada has been in Grenada for 99 years.
99 years.
Monday, the 25th of November.
I should say that way before any of our time.
way before, But it is a legacy that continues, and it's something that we're so proud of. So we actually started at the Anglican High School. So back then, in 1925, it was known as the Church of England High School, and that was the first company.
Okay.
And now, just to go a little bit back into how guiding happened, because we're not just an isolated association. Mm-hmm. We're part of 11 million Girl Guides and Girl Scouts worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yes, so there's 11 million of us, holding strong. So that started earlier in the 1900s, and what was happening was that there was a group for the boys.
Yeah.
And the founder, Powell, said, well, we need something for the girls as well. So that's what happened. And that is how it started. And so now we are a subsidiary of a great movement.
All right.
And we go through all the parishes and Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
Right. What is the stats? How strong is the Girl Guide Association in Grenada, if I can ask that correctly?
You can definitely ask, and it's something that we're so proud of, because and I know the listening public knows a lot about the Girl Guides Association of Grenada. So we start with the rainbows.
Yeah.
So the rainbows are from about 3 or 5, so they're in the daycare. Okay. And we have all the colors of the rainbows, so they wear the different uniforms. Then we have the brownies. So that's a brown dress with the scarf, the yellow scarf, right? And then we have our Girl Guides, like Aliana is here wearing the blue.
Yes.
And then after Girl Guides, you graduate, you enroll to become a ranger.
All right.
And then we also have some at TAMCC called Young Leaders, right? So when we became a full member of WAGS, which is the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, in 2015 under Mrs. Rachel Matthewin, she was the Chief Commissioner then, we had just about over 2,000. And then we had COVID, and we had the walk to rule because teachers were not involved in extracurricular, and our numbers dwindled to way below 1,000. So when I became chief in 2022, I said, together with the council, we decided, okay, we want to get our numbers back up, even if it's by 5% within the year. And I am so proud to announce that we have increased our numbers by over 75%. So right now we're back to over 2,000 Girl Guides across Grenada, Carriacou.
And I guess that makes you feel very proud.
So proud. We all did it together. It was a collaborative effort, and it's something that we're very proud of.
If I could ask this particular question before we get into more details, how does the process go from getting from one stage to another? You mentioned the rainbow, then we have the brownies and so forth. How does it get to that from one stage to another?
Right, so there's a few things that you need to do, and I'm going to ask some of the girls to say some of the pre-enrollment activities that they did. So what you do usually, even from the rainbows, would meet with the parents and the principal, tell them what the association is all about, and then they have some pre-investiture activities to do.
Okay.
So for example, for the brownies, they must know the brownie law. They must do a good turn every day, which means doing something good that no one else asked you to do. You need to practice doing that every day.
Helping an elderly or something of the sort.
Right, things like that.
Okay.
They would need to learn how to tie some of the knots. That is one of the traditional aspects of girl guiding. So they would have to do at least about 6 activities before they're ready for the enrollment day, where they get their promise spin.
All right.
Right? And then for the Girl Guides, most times they're brownie first. After a few years, they went through the process, and then when they're around 10 years old, they go into Girl Guides. All right? So I'm going to let the girls share some of the activities they had to do before they became enrolled.
So, of course, I will start with her. Keep missing. Forgive me for the names, all right? How did you got to the stage that you are now? How did you get to that stage?
Right. You are brownie first.
You're brownie first.
And then
you become a girl. I guess you were a girl guide now. Tell me how the stage got, and how you got into that stage. What was the process for you to get to the stage that you're at now?
Yeah. So first I was like a brownie, I was like a rainbow.
Mm-hmm. So
like when I was little, I was a rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like 9, like 6 or so.
Yes.
You remember Sophie? You all the way back. She remember all that back?
Oh yeah, yes, they remember. They remember. Yes.
And then a few years passed.
Mm-hmm. As a brownie.
Yeah.
As a brownie, right?
And like when I turned 11, I came back in brownies, and then
graduated to a girl guide, right? And I think Harmony has a bit of a similar journey.
So Harmony, share your journey for me from being the rainbow, the brownies, the girl guides, and now you're a ranger, right? Share your story for us this morning.
Well, being through this journey, it is a remarkable one. You know, you get to help the elderly, you get to create hampers to share with people that don't have. Okay. And I really enjoy doing that. That's what motivates me to keep going, every day. Yeah.
All right. Now tell me, what does it mean for both of you, of course, to be part of this particular organization, Girl Guides? How does it make you feel for you individually?
Proud, because wearing this clothes symbolizes that, you can do things and to help you become a stronger individual for society.
All right, that's good. That's good. How does it make you feel being a Girl Guide? And I'm seeing you already, your stash with all of I hope I'm calling it the right way.
Yes.
Your badges.
It makes me feel proud of myself. I've been trying hard over the years to become a brownie, a guide. And now here I am.
All right. What is the future role for you, both of you as youngsters? What's the future role for you? I guess you would like to get to the level of course Savory here someday. Is one of your future aspirations?
If it's God's will.
Yes, it was a bit of hope because Harmony soon will be going to TAMCC, and we have many of the volunteer organizations, one of the issues that we've been facing over the past few decades is that there's a decrease in volunteerism. Okay. But it's not just as simple as that. People want to volunteer and give of their time, but things have changed. So originally, a chief commissioner would be someone who's a bit older. Usually, it used to be someone who is already retired.
Yes, so they
have the time to do that, right? Actually, a little secret: Grenada hosts the youngest chief commissioner in the Western Hemisphere. And one of the conversations that we have is we have to rethink the way that volunteerism is done, because yes, the work needs to get done, but if we are asking persons to volunteer of their time and their services, we have to see how we can best accommodate them. So one of the things that we have been implementing is to have shared roles.
Okay.
So for example, originally, if a retired person has the time as a chief commissioner to visiting all the schools and interacting with the international region and the other local bodies, the government, etc. Somebody who's working and has family, and so it's a bit different. So all across the volunteer space, this is something that we're doing. And additionally, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that later, we are part of the umbrella network of volunteer organizations. So we are a member organization of the Grenada National Organization of Women.
Okay.
So all of these volunteer groups are collaboratively working so that we can get civil society in a place that we desire.
Okay, great. We're due for a break. Let's take it. We come back and discuss some more. Stay with us, folks. It's To The Point here, Classic Radio, GBN TV. We're talking with the the Girl Guides Association of Grenada. I always seem to put Grenada first for some reason or the other, but I guess it doesn't matter to a point. Of course, we are in Grenada. Let's take that break. When we come back, the discussion continues. Stay with us, folks.
Win big. Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Grenada Duty Free and GBN, we're partnering for this Christmas season. Folks, it's going to be a bumper one. We can actually start feeling the energy, the vibe is start building, the promotions that start coming in, and the fragrances, the chocolate. We have up 15%, 20%, 40%. It's going to be a crazy one. We are looking forward to seeing you. We are ready to treat you guys special. We are ready to give back to you after this whole year of, being with us and everything and the support. So with our partnership with GBN, it's going to be a bumper season. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Proud sponsors of Christmas with GBN includes Ace Hardware, Hubbards, Flow, Duty Free Caribbean, and I'm Supportings.
Hello everyone, here is an invitation to join me this and every Sunday until December 22nd for Yuletide Sundays, GBN TV and K105 FM from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. as we feature the best in traditional Christmas music and the opportunity to win great gifts including cakes, hams and a range of beverages. Yuletide Sundays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. until December 22nd. Compliments Grenville Credit Union, Grenada Paper Products, Carries the Light, and Vibe Island Drinks Hard Seltzer.
Welcome back once again to our listeners. Welcome back, viewers. It's To The Point here, Classic Radio, GBN TV. Once again, we have the Girl Guide Association of Grenada with us this morning, and of course, the discussion is a lot of this discussion will focus, of course, on their centennial year celebration that is coming up. We're discussing that. So let's go back to, of course, the guides with us this morning. So there are 10 guide laws, I understand.
Yes.
All right, there are 10 guide laws, and I would like maybe you folks to tell me maybe one or two of the guide laws.
A guide must be polite and considerate.
Yeah. All right. And how many is going to share, of course, from the... Does the Rangers have a different laws in comparison to the guides? Or they all go under one umbrella?
They follow the guide laws as well. The Rangers is more focused on service. But Harmony is also going to give some of those laws.
Sure. Go right ahead, Harmony.
So, one of the laws is a guide is self-controlled in all that she does, says, and thinks.
Okay.
Meaning that, so say for example there's a fight going on between you and someone. That does not mean that you have to fight back. You can be the bigger one and, be self-controlled as one of the laws says.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be that individual who decides to talk to these individuals and tell me I got a part to go and getting involved in that.
Yes.
So true. Now tell me, what are some of the activities that you do that you enjoy doing as guides?
Some of the activities I enjoy doing as a guide is singing, dancing, hiking, baking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So Christmas is coming, I guess you'll be doing some of the baking, right? Or you do it in and out of season. Does not necessarily mean a particular season. You probably help at home, I assume? Okay, great. Good to hear that. How many? You tell me, what are some of the, the activities you enjoy doing as a guide? I guess you maybe a ranger guide, I would say, but is it in uniform or out of uniform? Do these activities that you enjoy doing?
Yes, in uniform and out of uniform. So we give hampers to people who are in need. Okay. We go visit the sick. We do service to the community by picking up garbage. Right. Yeah, recycling. And we do fun things as well, like sleepovers. All right. Go to chillaxing. Yes, and I enjoy it.
All right. Yes. Now, if there's a particular activity that stands out for you as being guides, what is that particular activity that stands out a whole lot for you? And you said, I enjoy being a guide because I'm able to do that. You spoke about some. What is that one particular activity that stands out a whole lot for you that you enjoy doing?
Well,
I know you said of multiple already, but
quite a few.
But there's one that stands out a whole lot more than the rest.
There's two. Helping people and going out to the ranger guide activities. It helps me. It builds my self-esteem and it helps with my public speaking and things like that.
The helping people part. What makes that stands out for you a whole lot?
Just a smile on people's faces when they receive those items. Great. Yeah, it gives me privilege.
Make you feel a little bit of privilege to do that.
Yes.
Do that. Yes. All right. What about you? What stands out a whole lot for you, being a guide? Come on, I know there's something. I know there's something that stands out for you.
I think you've been to sleepovers for sure.
Yes.
Yes, I've been to one sleepover in the Brownies.
As a Brownie, yes.
Is it the privilege or the happiness of not being home?
The happiness.
Yes.
Happy of not being home?
Yes, and being with others.
Being with others. All right. Now, during these sleepovers, what are some of the activities that takes place during these sleepovers?
I may need to cover my ears for that, huh?
What are some of these activities? I'm assuming singing, the conversation, and so forth. What are these? What happened during these particular sleepovers for you when you've been part of the guide sleepover, guides and ranger sleepover?
So every time when we have sleepover, we just moosh them people when they
that is where I'm covering my ears, because officially that is not a thing. That's not a thing, right? The girls really do have fun, and
we just do s'mores.
Yes,
we just do campfire. Yeah, we just do pillow fights.
What? Yes, I know. Yes, I know different districts, because one of the traditions that we've had, we know that the CPEA, previously Common Entrance, is really a stressful time. Yes. So over the years, and I originally am from the district of St. Andrew. I was the district commissioner there before I became chief, and that was one of the traditions, because I started as a brownie. I was a girl guide, I was a ranger, I was a young leader at TAMCC, I was a guider, I had a unit when I was teaching at St. David's Catholic, and then I was a district commissioner, and then chief. So I've been through a lot of the activities. Yes. And one of the highlights, as the girls have said, has been the sleepovers. So we would have one the Friday of the common entrance, or CPEA.
Okay.
So St. Andrews District would have that. Other districts do it as well. And what we would do would start off with our torchlight parades. We'd go through the town of Grenville, singing our songs, everywhere we go, and people want to know who we are. And we sing, we have our flashlights, we do a campfire, we have the police and the fire department come teach us how to make a fire safely, things like that. And then we'd go and we'd have the sleepover and sing songs and use the bed sheet and so to make dresses for Queen Show and all of those things.
All right.
So it's a mixture of fun and education. And that is what girl guiding is about.
All right. Now, let me ask this. I'm sure there are parents who are listening to us this morning, and maybe their daughters may not have decided to be part of. Maybe they did to the brownies. They always have a way that they drop off.
Yes.
I had a daughter who got to the brownies, and some reason they feel they go to a different school and stuff, and then they fall off, and they may not decide to continue to go to the guides and stuff.
Yes.
And they're probably a parent right now. Maybe listening to them and saying, I'm liking the activities on here that they're being part of. I'm liking the part where the young ladies are learning to get themselves to a different level in terms of their mindset. What is should I say? What does it mean to be part of the Girl Guides Association of Grenada?
Every time I talk about it, I usually get goosebumps because it is such a powerful movement, and from the leadership point of view, our responsibility is to fulfill Girl Guiding mission. And the mission is to enable girls and young women to develop their fullest potential as responsible citizens of the world. Yeah. All right? So it's not just when we're creating... when a parent has a child, sending them out into the world, they're not just groomed for the home. You're groomed to be a citizen, right? So for those who are considering allowing their girls to be part of the Girl Guiding movement, this is what we can do for you, for your family, for your child. We're helping her to reach her full potential. And what does that mean? Now, we are made up of 5 components. We have the physical, we have emotional, we have the spiritual, we have the social, all right, the intellectual. And this is what Girl Guiding does. So it's not just a meeting where you just go and you have fun. That's not what it's supposed to be. We have quite a number of programs that each section, whether it is the rainbows, their motto is about fun and helping others, right? The brownies, their motto is to lend a hand, to learn that it's not just about me, I must help others, all right? Yeah. For the Girl Guides, it's about responsibility. For the Rangers, it's about learning about service. So before a Ranger is enrolled, she must complete a certain number of service activities before she even gets to wear the uniform and receive her promise pin. All right. So our promise, for example, has 3 main parts. I promise to do my best. Say it with me.
I promise to do my best to do my duty to God.
So that's first.
Yes.
To serve my country.
King.
To help other people and to keep the guide law, right? So it's I'm going to promise to do my best. This is what we help you to do. Then to do my best to God, right? Conscious that we didn't come here by ourselves,
there is a supreme being, yes.
And also we have persons within the Girl Guiding movement who are not Christian, but we show also that we have to not discriminate and to allow everyone to have a safe space, right? And so we have quite a number of different programs. We have one, for example, the Free Being Me program. So it is a program. There are manuals. Our leaders are trained how to roll out the program, and it's about self-esteem. All right. So you see, Aliana has her Free Being Me patch. So after she's done a few of those activities, she can say, okay, this is part of the program that I have. Okay. We have the Voices Against Violence program, where we're teaching the girls how to identify negative situations. So whether it is, if I realize a situation has become aggressive, what do I do? You could take deep breaths. You can excuse yourself from the conversation. Using your words, you could diffuse the situation instead of answering back and talking back and giving insults. Instead, you can speak positively to yourself and diffuse that situation. So these are all the different programs that we have available for the girls within our care.
All right, that's interesting to note because it sends a way of. I like the idea when you say you put it off that way. It brings a sense of value to especially to the young girls, knowing that they are part of an association that can help them live themselves to be better folks in society in time to come.
Yes,
So they do enjoy that. Well, we're going to take a break once again. When we come back, I want to spend some time talking about the celebrations that is coming up, all the activities that will be part of it, and so forth. When we do come back, all right. Hey, folks, stay with us. It's To The Point, Classic Radio, GBN TV. We take a short break. We're coming right back. Don't touch your dial. Stay with us.
I'm Kenroy Batiste from GBN News. Season's greetings, everyone. Wishing you the very best for the holiday season. Spend time with each other, be good to each other, and celebrate each other. Looking ahead to 2025, my wish is for love, joy, and peace to reign in your life. Go forth, do more, and be more. You are loved.
Grenada, get ready to celebrate the magic of the season with Christmas with GBN. Starting November 4th, join us weekdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN Television, K105 and Hot 98.
Monday kicks off with traditional stories and wellness, featuring a storytelling session with Labukan Creative Center, giveaways, nutrition tips, and live calls to share your holiday wishes. On Tuesday, brings Craft Day with live and pre-recorded workshops, guide.
Welcome back once again, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. With us this morning, it's To The Point, Classic Radio, GBN TV, and of course, with me, my guest this morning is the Girl Guides Association of Grenada. We've been joined by, of course, Azealia. I hope you don't mind me calling you by the first name. Good morning to you, Azealia. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine.
All right. And Azealia is coming all the way from, is it St. Mark?
St. Johnson Mark District, yes.
St. Johnson Mark District. How was your journey coming down this morning? All right. All right. It was nice. She just going to say it was nice.
Yes.
It was nice. Tell us, what does it mean to you to be a girl's guide? What does it mean? What does it mean to you? It means a lot. Expand on it for me a little bit. I mean, I know it means a lot. What does the lot means for?
I did a lot of fun activities. I get to communicate with a lot of people. I get to work together a lot. I get to achieve a lot of activities.
Yes. Tell us about them.
Yeah.
We just switched her out.
All right. So tell me, I mean, there are 10 guides that of course the guide laws, I would say that governs the Girl Guides Association. Tell me at least one. Tell me about the one that stands out for you in terms of those laws.
To be loyal and can be trusted.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Why does that means a lot to you? Why does that being loyal and to be truthful means a lot to you?
In the way that to be trust, like you can trust someone, so if anything, they won't go back and stuff.
All right. I mean, if you speak to somebody or something of a personal nature, you learn to be, hold on to those things that someone tells you.
Yeah.
All right, great. Tell me, I know there are activities that you certainly do enjoy being a girl, being a guide. What are some of the activities that you enjoy doing a whole lot?
Cleaning, like we going out and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Like something they say, like
those
clean
outdoor
the school.
activities. All right.
I love that.
All right. Great. You being a girl guide, you did mention you of course it means a lot to you. You enjoy doing the cleaning and so forth. What does the future stand for you being a girl? Where you want to go from this? I guess you want to become a ranger one day, I'm assuming?
Yes, and a young leader.
I love to hear
so that's some of the future aspirations for you being part of this.
At MCC.
All right.
Oh, yes.
All right. Great. Thank you a lot. So we're going to continue with our conversation this morning. Tell me, we're going to go back to Mr. Xavier. Tell me, the centennial celebration is coming up. It's going to in 2025 next year. Still have some time, although it's just a couple of months and then 2024 done. Tell us about what is next for the Girl Guide Association of Glen. What's next in terms of the centennial celebrations?
Right. So as I mentioned earlier, our birthday is the 25th of November. That began in 1925.
Yes.
So we're in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So on Monday, God's will, is our 99th anniversary.
Yeah.
So we're starting the centennial with a bit of a soft launch. So we're doing the media. We did media yesterday. We had 2 brownies from the district of St. George. And today, you see, we have from St. Andrews, we have St. David, we have St. John, St. Mark, just so that we have a cross-section of our girls represented, And with our soft launch, what we're doing is letting the public know, hey, we are here.
Yeah, you do exist.
We exist. And we are gearing up towards our centennial. So I'm going to give us a few of the activities that are going to be happening for our centennial. Now, one of the programs that I'm most interested in is actually our history. Yes. Actually, my first degree, I studied history.
Right.
And that is a little bit of my brainchild, per se, where... what we're going to do is, it's called a guide through the history. So it's a play on words on the guide through the history. And it's a competition where the different units or troops in the schools, because 95% of our units are in the schools, and also on the district level, the girls will have to go into the community and find through the older girl guides that they have, look through the school records, etc., to see when was it in my school that girl guiding started, who were some of the members, who was the leader, who was the chief commissioner at the time, who was the president at the time, and who was the patron at the time, because our patron is, right now it's named Cecile Grenada.
Okay.
She is a beloved patron, and she was from a Brownie. She was a Brownie and part of the girl guiding movement as well. Previously, when I was a child, it was Lady Williams, so Daniel Williams' wife. And so the competition would be that the units, the districts are going to write a record of who they are, where they started, what were some of the activities they did for whatever number of years, within that 99 and 100th years, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to make a brochure later on, a book, to show that this is girl guiding, 100 years of girl guiding in Grenada. So it is something that we're very excited about that we're going to do, and we coming into the beginning of next year, that first term, we're going to have that rolled out across the country.
No, the question may ask from someone listening, you speak about the centennial coming up and all the activities, and we spoke to all the girls and their joy and love for being part of Girl Guide. Is Girl Guide relevant?
Oh, is it relevant? Is Girl Guide
still relevant?
It is.
And someone may still come to and answer the question: how has it contributed to the the Grenadian society a whole lot? How is that?
Yes, I will round off this conversation with my comments, but I actually want to hear from you girls.
Is Girl Guides relevant? Let me hear from you both. I mean, the relevance of being a Girl Guide, is it relevant for you to be part of it, and how being part of it, how is it contributing to the Grenada society?
Well, yes. It prepares you for the future, and when you go to the workplaces and etc., and you hear that the young ladies were girl guides, you could see the movements it has brought to the society and the impact it has brought.
Yeah.
Right. We have persons who have been in girl guiding at the different echelons of society. We have lawyers, we have doctors, we have teachers, we have mechanics, we have, of course, our patron, Dame Cecilia Grenada, which is still part of the girl guiding movement.
Yes.
We have one of our stalwarts is Gloria Payne Banfield. We have Mrs. Austin Williams. So these are persons who have made a lot of contributions to girl guiding over the years, and are also part of many other organizations, the Grenada National Organization of Women, etc., who actually they're now relaunching and doing some of the activities that are coming up. But we have a place, and that place continues to be one that is revered. And one of the things that we want for our young ladies is to really be the best that they can be, right? So whatever their future job is, we're teaching them about teamwork. One of the best things about girl guiding is about sisterhood.
Okay.
You never leave your sister behind. So even when we have activities, let's say we go on hiking, let's say someone stops to tie a shoe or to drink some water, you don't leave her behind and say, well, she's going to catch up. When we go out, we always go out in pairs. It's the two of you. You're going to take care of each other. You're going to look out for each other. Teamwork. When they have the fun activities to do, or whether they're hiking or learning to do sewing, because we do some of the more quote unquote traditional ones as well. The first time I learned to sew a button was when I was a brownie, right? To sew a fastener. That's one of the skills now that many persons, if their button is gone, they have to go to the seamstress or the tailor. But as a girl guide, these are certain things that they learn as well. But also innovation. We have one of the activities is STEM. STEM includes science and mathematics and so on. That is a program for the girls who are interested in science and mathematics, that they would be able to glean from the program to be able to learn skills that are going to help them academically, right? So it's a well-rounded movement to be a part of, and there is something for every single one of us.
And I guess it's the aspiration that for being a girl guide is something, all that you will be learning and continue to learn will take you through to the future.
Oh yes.
Of being and you to become an adult, and these whatever you've been taught then now, of course, will help you to improve yourself as you go through.
Absolutely. Even the traveling. I'm not sure if any of the girls here have traveled in girl guiding, because as I mentioned, we had 5 years of a bit of hiatus because of COVID and do walk to rule. But what many of our units do and the districts do is they go on little trips. So I know the unit of, it was Beacon, they went on over 2 weekends ago, they did a sleepover, then they went to the beach. Yeah. They were supposed to go to Union Island. We have some that may go to Carriacou first, to force a local camp here in Grenada. They may go to the sister island and then go to Barbados, St. Vincent, join the other girl guiding movements across the region. Last year we had a contingent from St. Vincent who came. They camped here. We facilitated them, and then like for me, I've learned how to take care of myself overseas. I spent, 6 years living and working overseas, and a lot of that stemmed from girl guiding. I was able to learn you need to take care, be able to be responsible for your belongings, how to keep an eye and an ear out, to know how to look out for danger, things that you learn on hiking, how to communicate with others, and it is really one of the most treasured experiences I've had. And as chief, that's one of the things that I try to expand. I've been in girl guiding for over 22 years.
But another question I would like to ask is about the challenges that you face of being part of the Girl Guide Association of Grenada. Before we answer that, we do have a caller. I guess they may want to express their views on of course, on the conversation. Let's hear what the caller has to say. Caller, good morning, and you're welcome.
Good morning. Yes, I wanted to join in at this point of the conversation. I'd like to say good morning to Tamara. Hi, Tamara, and to the guys in the studio. Based on the question that caller just asked, is guiding still relevant? I myself grew up in guiding.
I'm actually the host, not a caller.
Good morning, host. Yes, I grew up in guiding myself. I've been in guiding for all my life, and it has played a major role. Hello?
We're listening to you. Go right ahead.
Yes,
Caller, we're listening. Go right ahead.
I'm sorry. Guiding has played a major role in my life. I started in Brownies, and I went to Girl Guides, then I went to Rangers, and I'm still part of the movement volunteering. And I think it is more relevant now than ever. As you'd have heard Miss Savory mention, all of the programs that are offered that girls can participate in. It's about the holistic development of girls. And as the Ranger mentioned, when you're going to the workplaces and you're going to the different places within Grenada, you can see the difference in the girls that came up through the movement as opposed to persons who may not have been part of the movement. As you know, guiding is really within the schools. So it offers that part of the curriculum that is not covered. You know, we focus a lot on the academics, but guiding offers the girls that to build on the intangibles that the academics cannot offer. So to that caller, I would really like to say you can probably come volunteer with guiding, and you can see the difference that it is making in a lot of the girls' lives. So keep up the good work, Miss Savory, and girls continue to enjoy guiding. It has done a lot for me, and I know it will do a lot for you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best. Still call me a caller. Anyway, I understand and I appreciate your contribution this morning. No, my question I was going to ask before we entertain that call, the challenges that the Girl Association faces. What are some of those challenges that you face, and probably you're still thinking about ways that you could be, that are they being able to overcome those challenges that you face? Or what are those main challenges that you think you're encountering?
Yes, like every organization, we have our challenges. And one of our main challenges, it's all volunteers. So no one gets paid for the work that they do. And it is a lot of work and a lot of commitment. And I must preface this by saying we have amazing volunteers. You see the guiders that we have in our schools who give up their time, their services, their love, their resources to our girls and young women. I applaud you, and this organization is nothing without you, right? So our challenges mainly are sometimes we have a surplus of girls that cannot even enter into our units because we need more adult volunteers. Yes. So most of our units are in the schools, so we're encouraging parents, if you have some time, it doesn't mean that you have to give 10 hours in a week. If you have 1 or 2 hours, whenever the school is having an event, maybe they're going out, maybe they're going hiking, maybe they're going to donate hampers, etc. Just volunteer your time and say, you know what, I'm going to tag along. I'm going to help that guider organize and to ensure that the girls are safe, etc., etc. Okay. Right? So another part of our challenges is our training. So that's one of our weakest areas at the moment. So especially since we had that 5-year hiatus, what needs to happen is what we would usually do is have a training for all of our guiders. We have over 100 guiders. So these are the teachers, mainly teachers in the schools who are responsible for the units, right? Okay. So doing a widespread cross-country training as well as training our commissioners, etc. That's one of our challenges because, of course, we need funds to, for the places, for the material, etc. So what we do, we have fundraisers. One of those that we have been doing, which I'm going to quickly tag into our centennial celebrations, because we started a Rose for a Home this year, where we were selling roses on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
For building our home. And it's an initiative that we are going to continue next year, God's will. So it was a bit of a baptism by fire with it. We've learned, how to best do the logistics, etc. So we're going to come back on stream next year, God's will, for our roses, right?
Okay.
And I am going to go straight into our centennial one of our centennial goals. So we have a plot of land. It's right opposite the Sajigo building, where it had been gifted to us about 75 years ago for our place. For those of you who are older, you would remember the guides hut, where not only the Girl Guides, but the scouts as well, because they are our brothers, would play, have activities, etc., do trainings, camping, etc. Now it was destroyed a long time ago, over 20 years ago. Ivan actually finished it. And now we have resubmitted our plan to planning. So we have our approved plan, and we need $1 million for the building. It's going to be a 2-story building where we're going to have activities, also a conference room, so that I can generate funds, etc. So that comes to my clarion call, our clarion call. Now we have a few corporate donors who are willing even to give about half of that amount. Yes. But we need to show how, through other sponsors and fundraising, we're able to contribute the other half. Right. So we are calling on the public. You have heard, I know you see what Girl Guiding has done and is doing. And we're asking for your support, for your financial. We know that money talks. We are going to have a transparent outlook of how we're going to be constructing this building, etc. And we're asking you to give of whatever you have to the Girl Guiding movement. So whether it is the fundraisings that we're having, or if you want to donate a check or some cash or some resources that we can sell or rent or so to be able to generate those funds, we are open. And we will be willing to collaborate with you on that.
Sure.
Right?
And I certainly know the listening and viewing public will still love to participate and help you Girl Guides get that home that is.
Yes, so they can contact us on Facebook, the Girl Guides Association of Grenada. Right. We also you can send an email to the Grenada Girl Guides at gmail.com. Okay. And we also have an account number that you can send to the cooperative bank.
Okay, but we do have a caller. Caller, good morning. Thank you for your patience, and good morning to you live.
Good morning. Hold on, let me turn down my radio.
Caller is
yes.
You with us, caller?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go right ahead, please.
I just want to add my congratulations to the guys on the celebration of the 100th anniversary. Is it that?
Yeah, so Centennial. I guess it's going to be next year, actually. It's going to be next year.
Is it international or in Grenada?
It's the Grenada is having their Centennial.
Right. Well, it was started a little longer than that, in 100 years. As I want to congratulate them, and I like to say to the leaders and the volunteers out there, keep up the good work. I like to say every single.
I guess the caller has another phone ring in there. We may have to move on a wee bit. My next question I would like to have. Some folks must say, some of the programs and the initiative put on by the Girl Guides Association, how come parents, and guardians would expect to see their girls, especially, the benefiting from the Girl Guides, Girl Guides? How the parents can see that benefit that is coming along for them?
Right. So the benefits include, one of the main ones is self-confidence and knowing herself, knowing that these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses. So for example, a girl might be academically inclined, another girl might be manually inclined, and what we help to do, so that's this. Aside from academics, in school they get mostly academics, but what Girl Guiding shows and helps a girl to develop is, okay, these are my other strengths. Let's say for my social skills, maybe I'm not very outspoken. At first I was a very, very shy child, as they would say, butter could melt in my mouth, and I was very soft-spoken. But through Girl Guiding, so for example, I know the young leaders now at TAMCC with our President Bavigems, who was supposed to be with us today, but she felt unwell, and she's such a hard worker, and we love her dearly, and we wish her a speedy recovery. So one of the programs she's doing with the young leaders at TAMCC is about public speaking, right? So your girl would learn how to be confident in herself, how to recognize her strengths and weaknesses, and how to use that to her benefit later on.
All right. Now, tell me, Now, the Grenada Girl Guides Association, of course, is a member of the World Girl Guides Association, all right? If I ask that, how does Grenada fit into the World Girl Guides Association? How does we fit in there?
Well, we fit in very well. And in 2015, as I mentioned, under Mrs. Mathurin, and I know many of you know Mrs. Mathurin, and we love her dearly. She ensured that we were a full member. Yeah. So what we do is, as part of WAGS, they have many of the programs. So, for example, the Free Being Me movement program, Voices Against Violence, they supply the manuals, they give opportunities for training. We actually have our program commissioner and another teacher who will be going to Curacao in December to do the Champions for Change. So we realize that things are changing. For example, the use of social media and technology is at the forefront. So what our leaders are going to Curacao to do is to be trained to know, to develop programs that would be, to update the programs that we already have. So for example, when I was a Brownie, we learned how to tie different knots, the reef knots, etc. Yes, many of our schools do that now, but we also want to incorporate, for example, better use of technology into our programs, you know, to allow our girls to really meet the times that we are in, you know. Right. So we fit into the world movement in that we also pay our fees. We pay our fees as part of the members. We consult with the different organizations from all over the world. We vote on different matters that are relevant to Grenada, as well as, you know, different countries in Africa and Europe, you know. So it's actually such an amazing sisterhood and movement that that we're part of, and I'm so happy that all our girls are part of it as well.
All right, let's take our final caller, and then I do have a final question I will ask, get your point of view on it. Caller, good morning, you're welcome and you're live.
Hello, good morning. I'm an 84-year-old retired woman, and I would love to tell you that I was a member of the Girl Guide movement. Two things that stand out in my memory. I think it was about 1959. We had what we call an international Girl Guide camp. Guides from all over the islands. And you have friends from those days who are still with you. Another thing I remember again, every year, we used to have what we call a garden party. That took place on the grounds of Government House. And all the various companies in the island met there. They raised funds for the different companies and the movements and so on. And I'm very happy to know that Girl Guide is, because the saying was, once a guide, always a guide. And I would love to be able to take part in some of the activities that you're having for 100 years. So I will get in touch with you and let you know and make my contributions. Thank you.
Thank you, and certainly we do appreciate that. My question I was going to ask basically is the overall development of Girl Guides in Grenada as it stands. Some may have the impression that they may see the same format been going on from time to time, from year to year. You spoke about the knots. You just spoke about something that kind of grabbed my attention a whole lot too, in terms of embracing technology now. It's the way of the world. Can you make something have the young girls may like, I don't want to tie knots. you understand? I don't want to tie knots anymore. I don't, you know. I could probably get someone to sew a button on for me. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yes.
You know how the world is moving these days, and you know, to grab the interest more of young girls being part of the guides. What's your take on that?
My take on that is, yes, we are progressing in the methods that we're using for our meetings, etc. So as I mentioned, we have one program called the Surf Smart, teaching our young women how to use the internet safely. We know there are predators out there. We know, for example, banking information, personal information. You need to be very strategic and careful in the way that you do that. So one of our programs, for example, Surf Smart, was geared towards that particular purpose, that things have changed and we need to ensure that our girls are prepared for the future, right? So this is how we have tweaked some of our programs to be able to respond to this ever-changing world. Right? And I do want to say that caller, 84-year-old guiding legend, I'm so happy to hear from you. And we are going to be reaching out to our older guiding mothers and stalwarts so that you will be part of our celebrations. And I actually cheered up a little bit because it brings such joy to hear that.
Well, this is what we're going to take a wrap for today's program. I want to thank all of course you ladies for being with us this morning, sharing how you feel to be, of course, the Girl Guides, the Lone Ranger with us this morning. Of course, seemed to be one that stood out a whole lot in terms, a whole lot. Thank you so much. Of course, Ms. Avery, you also want to thank you for sharing information with our listening and viewing audience. It's good to know that the Girl Guide Association is still strong and it's continued to grow. I like the part where you mentioned that, you know, a few years ago you were down in your numbers.
Yes.
And you taking over and so on, and helped the numbers to grow, and all the other folks who are part of it that helped the numbers to grow and continues to grow. And I hope that parents and who are listening to the program this morning may encourage their daughters who may have gotten the interest, but encourage them that this could work for them as young women to become a better individuals. So I want to thank you folks once again. Anything in closing from you, Badge? You may want to say hi to someone before we take a wrap this morning.
Say hi to someone quickly.
They seem like to be scared of saying hi to someone.
No, they don't want to call names and then they miss out someone. But thank you to the parents, because we are volunteer organization. The parents foot the bill. Parents and guardians foot the bill. They buy the uniforms. They ensure that the girls are able to take part in activities. And I thank you so much. We cannot do it without you. Your legacy are your girls, and we're going to do our best to ensure that your legacy shines.
All right. So thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
No problem at all. Hey, folks, that's where we take a wrap for this edition of To The Point for today, Friday, the 22nd of November. Join us again for another edition here on Classic Radio GBN TV. That's where we say goodbye.